All right, welcome back. Today I'm going to be taking care of something a little bit different. I picked up this snowblower off of Facebook Marketplace for a couple $100, and I'm going to figure out how to mount it onto this lawn tractor here, this Troy-Bill. It's not actually made for the tractor, so it'll take a little bit of fab work to get it on there. So I'm just going to go through that, figuring out how to get it on there. And then for the tractor, hasn't run in a couple years. It's our old lawn tractor, so I'm going to drain the gas, change the oil, new battery, new spark plugs to get it up and running. And then for the snowblower, I also have some light bars and light pods. I don't know, I might mount a couple of those on there just to see how it looks. If in case it's dark when we gotta use the snowblower. So first, maintenance on the tractor, and then I'm gonna figure out how to mount that guy onto this guy. All right, I better get to it. So the cross-reference chart I was looking at is wrong, and this K&N filter does not fit this tractor. So it's the threads on the port that are incorrect. So I'll have to go and get a new another oil filter. So now I'm just gonna move on to the spark plugs, and then I'm gonna probably get that guy mounted in there. All right, so at this point here, I'm trying to figure out how to mount the unit under the tractor, and I read the instructions incorrectly, and I thought the right side of the tractor was the side that controlled the augers for the unit, when really the right side of the tractor is the lever that controls lifting the whole snowblower unit up and down. So I struggled a little bit at first trying to figure out how to mount the unit, and you'll kind of see that coming up in the video here. And it took me a little bit of time to figure out what I had done wrong and eventually nail the mounting. All right, so I'm having trouble figuring out the front mounting point there, so I'm gonna change it up a little bit. I'm gonna get the back mounted onto these holes here, and then I'll figure out how to do the front. So here's really where I started figuring out the proper way of mounting the unit onto the tractor and really started nailing the whole install. Okay, so I think I have the unit positioned as close as I can to where it's going to be. I don't have the standard mounting points, so I've had to kind of guess at where the engage, like the drive engage here, where that's actually going to be sitting. So I think I have that in the right spot. So I'm going to drill some holes in the floorboard for the back mount. The front mounts are looking like it's going to be off of the original deck mounting point, the bars there, and that'll actually be what pivots the snowblower when you pull on the handle to lift it up. But first, I've got the oil filter I need, so I'm going to throw that in the tractor, get it running, make sure it's good, and then I'll get back to the snowblower part. All right, new battery, new oil, new spark plugs. Should fire up. Let's see what happens. Good. So now I can finalize everything else with the snowblower. Cool. All right. So I modified the bracket there, the front bracket, re-drilled some holes, got it all installed on there. So now check this out. I pulled the handle and the snowblower lifts it up and down. Now I have a bit of a problem where if I go too far back on the handle here, then it kind of gets stuck. So I'm gonna have to figure out something to stop that from happening, but it's a minor problem. So now I'm just gonna tighten everything up, get the auger belt, the one that goes from the pulley to the front there, installed. I have a new one. Well then I guess, I wish there was some snow that I could actually test it out on, but you know, I think it'll work. Okay, I'm gonna finish this up. All right, so now I gotta get the chute adjustment piece here bolted up to some, probably just drill a hole down here somewhere and get that piece on. Then after that, I'll have to figure out how I'm gonna deal with the pedals, because this is how the auger gets engaged. And this piece is kind of in the way right now. So I'm not sure I'm gonna do that yet, but I might cut this down and just have this kind of beside it. I'll probably just cut that right there, because you only really need this to start it anyhow, and then have that. We'll see what's comfortable. Maybe bend this in a little bit. Anyhow, I'll figure that out in a minute. Right now I'm gonna get that bolted on and then figure out the rest of it. All right, so I followed the parts manual here and bought an 80-inch V-belt for this guy. And it's too bad because this guy's definitely too long for the unit. So I'm not sure why. But yeah, so I'll have to pull that out and go get another one. I'll measure it up, figure out what I need. So I made this wire that's the length that I need for the unit there, and when I measured it out, it's about 72 inches. So I'm gonna get probably a few different belts and then just return the ones that I don't need, probably, you know, 72, 74, 76, just to make sure I have the right one. So I'll be back. So, and oh, look at that. Holy crap. Okay, so they only had a 78-inch and a 74-inch. So hopefully 74 fits. So turns out 78 looks like it's gonna work out pretty well. So now I'm going to fire the tractor up and turn the PTO on for the first time with everything connected. So big moment, we're gonna find out if it all works. Cool. All right, everything seems like it's working pretty good. This is pretty exciting. So now, I think I'm going to make the tire chains, and then I'll figure out that whole pedal situation. But I want to get the tire chains done so this thing is actually usable this week, because I'm running out of time this weekend to get everything done. So I'm gonna figure out making tire chains now, and then I'm gonna go blow some snow. Okay, so now it's time to make the tire chains. So I want to have the chain sitting, right about here on the tire. So I'll measure this diameter times by pi, get that length, and then I want to have about 10 chains going across the tire here. And then so how I'm going to join them up is I'll just cut the weld here on the ones that go across, spread it apart, get it to link through the chain here, weld it up, and then where the two where these two meet at the end here, I've got a couple of these guys here, so I'll just join them up with that at the end, and then that'll be done. Never done this before, so we'll see what happens. Shouldn't be too hard. A little bit of cutting, a little bit of welding, that's it. All right, so first measure this, cut them down, and I'll leave it a little bit. Anyhow, let me just get into it. I'll figure it out from there. Okay, so I've got the two 50-inch chains laid out here, and the marks, where all the cross pieces go. So I'm going to go 8 on each one, which should be good. I have also realized that I did not buy enough chain, so I am digging around. I found a few pieces of other stuff that I can use, but hopefully I'll have enough to do everything, to do both sides. All right, first tire chain done. I'm gonna fit it on there, see how it fits, and then do the second one. So I got the tire chain on here, but for some reason it's actually too long. So I don't know why I, did the math and everything, but whatever. I'm just gonna cut this part off and then make the other tire chain the same as this. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cross bands, which whatever, I'm sure that'll be fine also. So yeah, I'm gonna cut this off, and then this side is done. All right, so I got this side, I got the tire chain welded up and installed on this side here. So now what I need to do is the auger engagement and the brake pedal are interfering with each other. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut the brake pedal down so that you can get your foot onto either one. So I'm just going to cut it right there and put the rubber back on again. And that should be enough. This is just to really start the tractor, and then use this to operate the auger. So, cut this down right there. All right, so I think I'm done with this fabrication. The snowblower's on, everything's working good. I didn't bother filming it, but I welded a bar across here as a stop for, so now when you lift the handle up, it lifts it up, it stops like that perfectly, and it just jams itself against there. And made a little, just welded on a little piece right here for a foot piece, so it's a little bit easier to put your foot on there. And I think that's it. So now it's just up to Bernie to test this thing out next time it snows. The one thing that I might need to do is the front tire chains, but I told him to just, you know, take it out for a spin the first time it snows and let me know how it goes instead of doing it right now. So thank you very much for watching. This was a lot of fun to build, and it's gonna work good for the winter. I'll catch you later. Thanks.